welcome everybody to Be Kind and Rewind with Ruckus, the only nostalgia-based show on Premier Streaming Network, where we invite pro wrestlers, athletes, actors, actresses, musicians, and notable personalities to come on and chat about all things retro, movies, toys, games, and music. I'm your host, Mikey Ruckus. Joining me to my right is my co-host, Keeping It Will. And special guest that we have this week, we had his tag team partner on the show earlier this season, Big Trouble Ben Bishop, and it was only fitting the other half of the Meat Pop Express. Joining us is Nicky the Good. Nicky, how are you this week?
I'm great, man. I live in a perpetual state of nostalgia, so I'm ready to rock and roll. I know you led with the big man because you got to get the hot tag to the 6'12", 15% of a metric ton. But, brother, I'm a heater. I'm going to warn you guys right now. I'm an absolute heater, okay?
I love it, man. And I feel like you should end that with, where we're going, we don't need roads. But I'm going to finish the story. Or you see how I roll that in?
Oh,
okay.
Finish the story.
Will, how are you this week?
Oh, I'm doing good. I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think I might have messed up.
Why is that?
So, obviously, we've had one half of this tag team on the show already, and he completely trolled us, right? So, with Rollerball.
Oh, Rollerball, yeah.
So then I get Airborne. I'm like, oh, I'm not falling for that shit again. I am not watching that damn movie. And then look. If you look at the IMDb, it says other movies to watch in the same realm. And one of them is Rad, right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not watching this. He comes on the show and the poster's he's got a fucking Rad poster. I'm like, oh my God. I completely dropped the ball on this. Yeah, I might yeah, you know what? Nicky the Good, I might have messed up, man. I'm sorry.
So, did you watch Rad?
I've seen Rad.
Yeah, Crew Jones, number 33, Bartel, the whole deal, man.
And I won't lie. I've actually seen Airborne,
okay.
And I remember a lot of it, but I did not go back and watch it this time because I didn't want to get trolled. But now I
watched it today.
Gotten trolled
again.
And trolled. I bet you I remember more of it than Ruckus does.
I bet you don't. And I'll let you know why later on in the show. But let's see. So this week we have a very special movie that Nicky the Good has chosen, the 1993 film Airborne. And we're going to talk about that for a little bit. And we're going to go into Guess That Top 10. Keeping It Will is going to read off the top 10 Billboard singles from September 17th. September 17th, 1993. I've got last week's episode in the notes above the notes that I'm reading off now, so I got a little confused there. We're going to go into pop culture of 1993. We have a special show and tell segment where Nicky has an item that he's going to share with the class. And then we're going into Wacky Table Reads, 2 special scenes, from My Cousin Vinny and Wedding Crashers. So let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with Airborne, the 1993 film about a guy, I guess you can say a surfer dude from California, whose parents go on a trip to Australia, and he has to spend a few months with his cousin in Cincinnati. So he's kind of pulled out of the beach life into the Midwest life and is forced to play hockey. And what are you're starting already.
When did Cincinnati becoming Midwest?
Look, I'm from the East Coast, so I always consider anything past West Virginia.
It's 2
Wait a minute.
states up from you.
Anything west of Virginia, for me, that's not on the West Coast is Midwest.
You're talking like you're from West Virginia.
But I digress.
Keep going. Keep going.
Nicky, what made you choose this film?
Listen, man, it's just a good vibes film. First of all, you have the greatest cinematic character of all time in Mitchell Goosen. Okay, he's the greatest character of all time. Then you got the Wily Man, right? Seth Green. You also have Jack Black in this movie. Yes. You want to talk about nostalgia feel, something that just gets you in the goosebumps and gives you a little, like time travel back to 93. Airborne is the movie, and I also like it because it doesn't get the respect it deserves. There's the 90s, the 90s. They had it was just cult classic after cult classic. But Airborne never gets the respect it deserves. And I'm just sick and tired of it. So when you told me you got to pick one movie, I didn't even blink, brother. I got the VHS right here. The VHS. Just swing that up. Yes. I don't play around, man.
Yes.
This right here, this is what it's all about. I mean, you got a surfer that comes over. He comes to Cincinnati. And he doesn't bring his skates, like as if like he needed his parents to mail him his skates out of all. It's just an absolute ridiculous film. But between the cinematography of the actual races and everything like that, just the little details that they have in it, and also this is what I love about this. There's some life lessons in this movie, and I really appreciate it, man, because a lot of people can identify with Mitchell coming over from another place and having to get into that little culture. I think a lot of kids go through that growing up.
Absolutely. Will, what do you think?
Yes. So I actually did enjoy this movie. And like I said, I've seen it before. I think it's got a little bit of everything into it, right? So it came out in 93, right? So it kind of reminded me a little bit of Karate Kid, if we're being honest, right? Kid moves across, from one place to the other, has to make new friends, gets into fights. And this poor guy, because he's just living his best life, right? But he ends up fighting both of the top, I guess, jocks. Both of the top dudes end up hating him. So he's got it coming from all ends. And what I thought was really neat was he became a professional skater halfway through the movie, right? He's hitting half pipes, he's hitting endos, all this other kids come join him, and then they leave him. He had a gang and they left. I mean, and then he finally gets acceptance when they play the hockey, when they do the roller rink, right? I mean, not the roller rink, but the roller hockey, and he pantses the dude, right? The other main bad guy pantses his ass, and then the guys, you know what? Maybe Hello Boy's not so bad. So they bring him in the inner circle, and then Wiley starts getting some love. I think it does have a lot of good feel-good moments in it. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I'm gonna tell you now, I went and looked her up. The girl, the redhead at the beginning of the movie, oh, she was hot as hell.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the 90s, if you go back in the 90s, man, they put some stuff in there where you were like, so she's supposed to be what, 15 years old? I don't think so, and brother.
They're 22-year-old actors playing 16-year-old kids.
The bad guy brother, right? The first guy.
Oh, he looked like he's 33.
He's 30. Yeah, he's teaching that damn class. I was like, you know what's even weird to me?
Volunteering on the weekends as a firefighter.
We're older than the parents in that movie.
Don't
think
talk
about
to me
that.
About, I don't want. No.
We were older than the parents, and they were dorky parents, right?
Yeah,
I know, man.
We are.
That's what you got in the 90s, though. Like anytime they had a parent in the movie, the parent was immediately like 58 years old. Like no matter what. Like they always looked a little bit aged for some reason. Same thing with my own pops. Like when I'm 38 now. When I look at photos of my dad when he was 38, my dude had a mustache. He looked at least 48 years old. Now look at me. I'm just like an idiot in my basement.
Our generation, I think you fall right in there, like Generation X, right? I think we're the first generation where we really just kept youth on our side, if we're being honest with you. We really did, right? We showed those little bastards how to do it. I said it. So anyway, go ahead.
No, I just say I refuse to grow up. There's just no point in growing up, and a lot of that was what Mitchell Goosen was trying to tell us. He's like, look at Popeye. Like when he talks about Popeye, he's like, I am who I am. That's why. That's why Popeye is a great dude, because you just are who you are. It's that simple. Wiley, you don't got to go trying to dress up when he's trying to put on all the clothes to impress the honey. He's trying to impress the honey. He's like trying to be something he's not. And at the end, Mitch Goosen just brings that moral of the story. He says, Popeye. Now that was a great man.
Mitch's life thing was he just wanted to be himself and happy.
Yeah.
He didn't let things bother him. Like, why am I going to let you try to fight me, get to me? Hell no. I don't know you, dude. We're good.
Yeah, and he also, there was this moment where he told Nicky, I was so worried about the waves, I didn't pay attention to the ocean. Those types of things.
I have that written down, man. I have that written down. I have it in my notes because I write notes because I'm an adult, brother. Yeah, what else? Yeah, I am what I am, Popeye. You just nailed and the wave is mine. The wave is mine. I had this dream. The wave is mine. Jack's the shark and Nicky's the wave. It's like, yeah, man, you can relate to that in, like kids going through high school, college, whatever it may be. You see the girl that you like and she's with some other dude. It's all relatable, man. Yeah. Mitchell Goosen was just speaking to us, but it's from 1993. That's the only difference.
Absolutely. And those are messages that hold build up over time. You know what I mean? So, and I thought I like the fact that they introduce a little bit of a twist. So typically in films like this, it's the guy that's got the hots for the girl, and the girl's ex-boyfriend is the problem. This one, he finds out that his enemy is the older brother of the girl that he's interested in, and the girlfriend's
twist, but still had the same twist because the guy she dated was the other bad guy.
The girlfriends in the opening, like the redhead that you were talking about, and the guy's girlfriend, they were thirsty AF.
Dude, they were licking their lips in class.
Yeah. They were straight troublemakers, and you knew it from the very beginning.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to use my IMDb Pro to go in there and find out who that was, see if I could message her and say, "Hey, what up?" Could not.
How about the cojones that girl had on? She's just blatantly flirting.
Yeah, she
with
like
Mitchell
could care less.
Right in front of Jack in class. She's knocking over her book, picking down, and she's like, "Thank you." He's like, "De nada," or like "Muchas gracias." Whatever it may be. You know, he's putting a little Spanish like twang on her, but like right in front of Jack, and he's like, "Dude, what do you want me to do?" Like the wave is mine. The wave is mine. Like,
so. Let me add one thing about this. So I didn't see this movie in '93. I didn't see it till later on. This film, and I believe it was airing on Disney for a while. When my kids were in school, and they would, the weekends, it would just be like a giant slumber party. Like I have 8 children total, if you don't know, Nikki. I have 8 children. Oh, at that time, I had 6. I had 4 boys and 2 girls. And on the weekends, we'd always do like the Saturday night movie night. Yeah. They always, every single Saturday night, they picked Airborne first. And we watched that movie every single week for at least 4 years. And,
surfing and rollerblading, man. Like, what kid didn't want to get rollerblades after this movie? I can tell you right now, it wasn't Mighty Ducks. It wasn't Brink. I don't want to hear nothing about Brink. Promo?
Oh, they love Brink too, but it doesn't hold a candle.
I like Brink. But Brink, my friends, is not Airborne. Okay, Brink is what people who aren't on there, they're not hip to Airborne say. Like, oh, it's this great skater movie. Brink. Shut up.
That's great. So I will be honest with you. So Gleaming the Cube came out. I think it was like 87, 88 or something like that with Christian Slater. And to me, that was a kickstart for all these style movies, like with Rad, BMX Bandits, Gleaming the Cube. Are you a fan of Gleaming the Cube? Because I see you got the Rad. We chose Airborne. Where do you have Gleaming the Cube?
You talking to me?
Yes.
I have not seen it. Have not seen it.
Really?
Have not seen it. No.
You got to watch it. It's the essential cheesiness of everything we've gone through, right? These other movies, but it was a skater movie. Christian Slater, his
earlier 80s
role. Yeah, it's what to me kind of kicked off this whole genre of these style movies. Right? A young Tony Hawk is actually in it as well.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, you got to go back and check it out.
Isn't Christian Hosoi in there also?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him forever. I can't remember if he was in there or not. I don't know. Who is Christian?
He's a skater, dude. Like what?
I don't know.
Also, another thing I want to call out, so Wiley, when he gets into the little relationship with the girl. She's, I think, Gloria from Sister Act.
Yes. And she was Gloria in this too.
Yeah, and she was Gloria in this too.
And Gloria happens to be one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as she came on the screen, I was like, wait a minute, I know you, I know where you're from.
She's got that accent. Her voice is very distinct.
Very distinct.
When she starts talking.
And let's shout out Seth Green. Like Seth Green is an amazing. Like his career arc as being the number 2 guy, the comedy relief and the goofball and all of the different movies that he played, he gets his moment where he stands up for her, gets his ass thrown into a wall, but then wins the girl over just for simply just standing up to the guy for her. So they're going to look back. In real life,
that doesn't work.
People are going to look back at his career and say that he's such a great number 2.
Here's another great point about this movie. As you know, I'm in a tag team with 6'12", 15% of a metric ton, Big Trouble Ben Bishop. So whenever I'm next to Ben, it's a little bit tough for old Nicky the Good, because old Nicky the Good's only 5'7". Sure, I have a jawline that looks like it's carved out of Mount Vesuvius, and it serves me very well. However, I'm not a tall man. Neither is Seth Green. You know who else isn't a tall man?
Keeping it Will.
Snake.
Oh, Snake. Yeah, that's right.
Snake is the shortest dude in that whole crew, and he wins the race at the end.
Yep.
He's the best hockey player they have, and he's in a gang.
Yeah, he puts tattoos on people's faces.
Yeah. And if you think that's a hobby, I'm
5'10".
You're 5'3".
Yes, I'm 5'10". It's on my IMDb. Check it out. Check out Will Horton IMDb.
Stop editing your IMDb page. Like, we get it. I was gonna say, Keeping It Will feels the same thing when he's around Ruckus, because he's only 4'11", and
Ruckus is one of those guys where he doesn't go to the gym for like 3 years, and he goes for one day and he walks like this. That's Ruckus right there.
No, that's what a true Puerto Rican walks like. But see, you wouldn't know that since you're only 0.03% Puerto Rican.
Say it in Spanish.
You say it in Spanish.
I can. Oh,
this is what I have to deal with, Nicky, every day of my life.
I went out with when we were in Chicago with Ben, and we went out we went to StarCast, stole the show. We should probably have a live show next year. Not confirmed yet, but we will. And we went out just in the town of Chicago. I've never walked down a street like that in my life. Like, I was like, I can't believe all these people are looking at me. And then he's like, they're not. They're looking at me. And I was like, you may be onto something here. It's daunting standing someone that big. Like, have you ever been next to Ben in real life?
I saw Ben at StarCast briefly. And Ben is a big dude. Like,
he is every bit. It's not like, oh, you're 6'8". No, brother. Yeah. He's like touching the ceilings tall. Yeah. That's why me and him, it's gonna work out. We're gonna be famous.
It's gonna be like twins. One's Danny DeVito, the other's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's the bit, man. No one pays attention to me whatsoever. I just edit the clips. I just edit the clips. That's it.
Love it, man.
How did y'all meet?
So Ben, I used to work for Barstool Sports before I got the old can. No, I'm just kidding, whatever. But I used to work for Barstool Sports, and I ran wrestling for that. So Ben was managed by Brandon Walker, the guy I made look like a star because I was producing him, and he was on the indie scene. So Brandon was like, I want to be a manager, and Ben was like, you can manage me. So Brandon would just show up to his events. And then so when I was running social, I just showed up there and I was like, okay, like I'll just start filming. And me and Ben, we just, hit it off. You know what I'm saying? We just hit it off. We just understand each other's vibes. And then I was like, why don't we just do a show? And then we just do Man on the Street and stuff like that. It'd just be a little bit different. Look, get something fresh to the wrestling audience. And just looking at us next to each other is just, that's why you pay the price of admission. Like, I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your life.
It's funny how those things work out. Like me and Ruckus, we met at I don't want to sound weird. We met at a bar where I was running a bar in his band. I booked the band. He came in and played. And he
fell in love at first sight.
I fell in love. I did. Look, I'm just honest, right? So I'm watching this whole ensemble band. I see bands every weekend. And I watch them play. It's like, holy shit, that dude's talented. So I just went over. I was like, hey, man, you're really good. And this motherfucker has not left me alone since then. Oh my God. I'm like, when you feed a little puppy and it just chases you down. So, but it works. It works.
Listen, sometimes you just know, right? It's not, and you need to jump on it. And that's part of kind of what I did with Ben is we always kept in touch. And then just one day I was like, yo, man, you want to just throw down with me? Like let's just start riffing. And he's like, you want to dress like assholes? It's like, absolutely.
Now, do you find, so I think so it's me and Mike, you're best friends, right? And I love getting to ask you this. Me and Mike, you're best friends, right? But I think at times we kind of get on each other's nerves, and in any relationship, it starts eating at you to where I think I'm actually going to have a Dr. Joan Crawford, a psychologist, come on and talk to us, right? To work some things out. If you don't know, Dr. Joan Crawford is an amazing therapist.
Stop.
But the point being is that you and your partner get along pretty well. Do you ever go at it before?
No, Ben's my outlet. I have a smoking hot Italian wife, a floor above me, and so Ben's my release. And then I, I got the 2 kids and stuff like that. So when I'm talking to Ben, man, we just like, it's like, what'd you do today? He's like, don't want to talk about it, bro. Let's just talk about Matt Cardona like yelling at people on the indie scene. I'm like, done.
Love it.
Great.
Nah, I worked out, man. I love seeing the big fella.
So Airborne came out September 17th, 1993.
Yep.
And every Sunday of that week, every Sunday at the end of the week, they would have this thing called the Top 40. It would play on the radio station, syndicated all across the country. Casey Kasem hosted it for years. What we like to do here is we like to go over the top 10, but with a little twist, right, Ruckus?
Yes, so Keeping the Wheel is going to be reading off the Billboard Top 10 singles from the week of September 17th, 1993. Nicky, what he's going to do is read off the artist and the name of the song, and we will need to try to sing from flash memory. So we'll give you the chance to sing it first, and then I'll jump in and join you. If you don't remember it, and I do, I'll jump in, and we'll see how many memories are unlocked in one setting. So we've only had one guest out of all get 10 out of 10. Mm-hmm. We're typically 50-50, maybe 60-40. And
2070 this week.
2070?
Yeah, brother.
It's a rough
Did you say
week,
2070?
2070. It's a rough week. That other one, I'm going to have to figure out whether I'm going to give it to you or not, okay?
Now, let me tell you this. Ben cheated and looked at the list before we came on during his episode. Did you do
partner, man?
Did you do the same?
No, Ben didn't even tell me that this was one of the segs. I was like, brother, you're going to talk about the movie, they'll have you out of there in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, what?
Ruckus kind of gave away some of the bits beforehand, and it was like, we can't do that anymore.
Oh, I don't know anything about any of the music stuff, man. I might just sing random songs.
Hey, that works too.
That's a brand new. I'm in. All right, let's do this. All right. Number 10. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Number 10, by Shay, Baby I'm Yours.
Baby, I'm Yours.
That's exactly how it goes. Good job. That's one of them. I like it. I like it.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 9, Jodeci, Lately.
Lately I've been done.
You combined 2 songs there, but
No, it's
good
not.
for you.
No.
I got nothing, fellas. I got nothing.
You absolutely, you actually added a Michael Jackson song in there too, but it's okay.
No.
You were not alone. You were not.
I didn't.
You did.
That's not what I said.
No, but the tone you had, the beat. All right, number 8.
Such a non-musician. You have no idea.
Will you be the?
Go ahead.
Will You Be There by Michael Jackson? This is such dog shit.
Will You Be There by Michael Jackson?
Will You Be There?
Yep. I believe this was dedicated to Webster, if I'm not mistaken.
I know I'll be there. I don't know the other. I don't know. Will you be there?
I don't know that one either.
My name, and I'll be there. I'll be there. I know
There you
that
go.
one.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
All right, number 7. This should get you where you want to go. It was a massive video hit and really put this band on the map. Soul Asylum's Runaway Train. Oh my God.
Runaway train, never going back. Wrong way on a one-way track.
Feels like
I should be getting somewhere.
Number 9. All right.
Number 9?
River of Dreams. I'm
Wait.
sorry, number 6.
Jesus
Billy
Christ.
Joel, The River of Dreams.
What?
I'm not a music
bad.
guy, brother.
This is
I'm not
so
a music.
bad. This is horrible. All right,
Are there wrestling theme songs on this?
well, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make my own top 10 from the 40 that week. Okay, hold on. Wait,
I need you,
one
man.
second.
Just give me
All
one
right.
song.
Number 23, Woot, There It Is by 95 South.
There it is. Come on now. Woo. There it is. Woo. There it is.
Now is it Woot There It Is or Womp There It Is?
It's Woot, There It Is.
So it's not tag team.
OOT by 95 South.
Yeah, okay, that's
tag team was a good. Like
it was a
tag
remix.
team back again.
Yeah,
check the record, let's begin.
Party on, party people.
Here you go. Here's an easy one. Number 25 that week, Slam by Onyx.
Slam. That one.
Yep.
Slam.
I'm a
Let the boys
B-boy
be boys.
standing in my B-boy stance. Hurry up and give me the microphone before I bust in my pants. I'm mad off the rough. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna cut that off before I get a little bit hyped.
Yeah.
All right. That's amazing. All right. Number 15. I'm going to be 500 miles by the Proclaimers.
I will walk that one?
Yeah. Keep going.
500 miles and I will walk 500 more. If you dream of a man who I'll make up the words and it doesn't matter because I'm gonna get to the chorus.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Now, number 2. This was a setup. Are you ready?
Ready.
Number 2. Tag team. Whoop. There it is.
There you go.
Tag team back again.
Check
There's
it,
a
the
bunch of words
record. Let's
there.
begin. Party on, party people.
Party
you know.
people. Something, enjoy. Where's the next segment? Let's go.
All right. Number 1. I mean, sorry, not number 1. We're not even doing number 1. Number 68 of that week debuted. Massive hit for 1993. One of my favorite songs of all time by one of my favorite artists of all time, Meatloaf. I'd do anything for love,
Oh, I
but I
got this,
won't
baby.
do that.
'Cause I would do anything for love. And I would do anything for love.
Hey.
And I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. I won't do.
Just like I will never go back into that week again. Holy
My wife is stomping upstairs, brother. She's just stomping. Those are the anger stomps. But she can't say anything because I told her don't bother me. So she's just stomp because I'm right underneath the stairs like Harry Potter. Brother, 38 years old.
Oh shit. So, Will, what was number 1?
Dream Lover by Mariah Carey, but we're just going to keep moving on.
Come rescue me. Take me up, take me down, take me anywhere you want. Kick ass, Nikki. Good job, man.
right.
I told you I have some pipes. I just don't have any recollection of music from 1993 apparently.
All right, 93 was not a great year in a lot of things as well. So that's the year that gave us Beavis and Butthead. Are you a Beavis and Butthead fan?
Oh, I love Beavis and Butthead. I am the great one, Julio. Yeah, man, Beavis and Butthead is great. Like, I mean, like that's when MTV was at its like peak.
Yes.
Right? Like
Oh,
when they
yeah.
were like,
God.
I remember
TRL, The Real World, Beavis and Butthead.
the best part about Beavis and Butthead is like you would be a kid if you had a TV in your room. Like you would just wake up like in the middle of the night and be like, "Man, I'm not tired. Let me put on TV right now."
And
it
Beavis
was,
and Butthead was on.
And it was one of two things. It was either you got ECW, you saw some boobies, or it was Beavis and Butthead. Like that's what I would. Or like like that. Beavis and Butthead to me is like a lot of moral stuff in there too. If you pay attention. If you pay attention.
You wonder if
Very
Beavis and
close.
Butthead is the beginning of like what inspired South Park. I never even thought about that just till now.
No, there's definitely some inspiration.
Yeah, there wouldn't. I don't think there would be a South Park without Beavis and Butthead
because they touched upon actual like stuff that was going on in culture subtly with like a nod and a wink to the camera.
Yep, absolutely. And
I pronunciated too well there when I said that. I'm gonna get back into gimmick now.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Whereas I was like, we're gonna have to post that and edit. All right,
if you could edit that out, that'd be great.
1993, Elvis gave us the year that Monica Seles, ranked number 1 in the world, was stabbed in the back by a mentally deranged fan. Are you familiar with that?
Yep.
Yeah, that shocked the world that year. That was also the year that Jim Abbott, who was born without a right hand, played for the New York Yankees and threw a no-hitter. I don't know if you're a baseball fan or not.
I hate the Yankees with an absolute passion. So I wish Jim Abbott had no hands.
No.
Because then he couldn't have thrown that no-hitter. And I don't care if people are offended.
Jim Abbott, heard. We're moving on. All right. In 1993, the Guns N' Roses completed the last performance of the Use Your Illusion tour, and that was the last year the original band members all played together on stage until they reunited. I don't even know if all of them are still there. That was also the year that Prince turned 35 and became the love symbol. And I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston had 14 weeks at number 1.
Oh, jeez.
What do you mean? Ugh.
Oof.
Wait, you didn't like that song?
I did, but when you think about it, like that was that. I don't want to get into it. I'd have to be high to talk.
Me neither.
I'd have to be high to get into that.
Yeah. Nikki, do you remember the song that you danced to at your wedding? What was your first wedding song?
It was like some bullshit. What was that guy? Who's that guy?
Was it Meatloaf?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, but I did come out with the world title belt and to Voodoo Child. Like Hogan.
Then you own that. Then you own that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it.
I did a custom entrance for my entire wedding party. I did the following contest is scheduled for one night. Introducing first the challenger from Brooklyn, New York. I did
wow.
I pre-recorded it and then I had all my friends come out. We all came out to wrestling theme song.
That's actually a great. I've never seen it before. That's actually pretty. That's actually pretty neat. I don't even know what to say to that. I like it. You remember when you came out?
Just say you're amazing, Nick.
I'm actually speechless to that. That's pretty awesome.
So was my wife. That's why she married me.
Oh, well done. Well done. I didn't say those things, and that's why I'm divorced. But I guess I could learn from this. Buckus, what did you walk out to? What was your wedding song?
It was Complete Silence, and our friend Angie was reading a poem that Mrs. Ruckus had her reading over. And
what was your first song at your reception?
At our reception?
Yeah. What was your first dance?
Brad Paisley then.
Yeah. Yeah,
I remember that. But I remember who
played that song? Who played that song?
Brad Paisley.
Yeah, no, but who played it at your wedding?
Oh, Keeping It Will did.
Damn right I did. I DJ'd that bitch. That's right.
Big Trouble Ben Bishop was not a DJ at my wedding.
He was not a DJ at your wedding? Well, you should tell him that. Like, hey, man, just talk to these guys. And his guy was the DJ at his wedding. Was Ben at your wedding? Was he at your wedding?
No, I didn't meet Ben till like 6 years later.
Okay.
But he would have been.
He would have been. Nice. All right. Well, that's 1993. We're done with that. And then we have another segment we like to do, Ruckus.
Yeah, so the next segment up is Show and Tell. Think about the time that you were back in middle school or elementary school and the teacher said every single Friday, if you have an item that you would like to share with the class, bring it to school for show and tell. She'd bring you up to the front and have you present your item, and you would tell the class all about it. So, Nicky the Good, what do you have for us this week for show and tell?
So for show and tell, I have this. I don't know if anyone has this on Earth.
All right.
This is from 1993, 1994.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So I am a massive Power Rangers fan. Massive. I got the Power Rangers right there at the bottom. If you could still see, I don't know where we're going to cut my screen, but I got basically every like toy from basically 93 to 95, probably I have of Power Rangers. But this is my holy grail. And what this is when 1994, they used to get those little like pamphlets, like, hey, if you wanted to be a part of the Power Rangers fan club, what would you do? So I put in, I want to be a member of the fan club. But not only are you a member of the fan club, brother, but I am an official Junior Ranger. Now, my government name's on this. That's fine. Don't care. But I'm an official Junior Ranger. This is my certificate, and this is my card. I'm a Junior Power Ranger. That's official. This is as official as it gets. This is the same box from 1994. It has basically like I got stickers in here. I got my official welcome letter from the Power Rangers fan club. You know, you got some bootleg things that I thought were signed by the actual Rangers, but they weren't. They were just photos.
They're facsimiles.
Yeah, like you got this official fan club VHS.
Oh, wow. That actually is probably worth some dough right now. Have you looked at that on eBay to see what it's worth?
You would have to pry this from my cold dead hands.
I'm looking up on eBay right now to see what it's going for, okay?
This is from the late, great Jason David Frank. It's from the Karate Club. Wow. It was his, like, how to learn martial arts. I took martial arts class after that, green belt, and then my parents made up a reason why I couldn't do it anymore because they didn't want to drive me to the class anymore. And this is probably the coolest part. It was a VR Troopers promotional, like the VR Troopers hadn't come out yet.
Oh, wow.
This was the promotion that they had for it to say that it was going to be like a new series.
I remember that.
You guys can't see it, but I have the VR Troopers above me right now. So I have them all in box above me. But this is basically my show and tell. Like, to me, it's like, this is something that like no one else, I mean, I don't know who has this in the exact box that they opened in 1994. This, to me, the Power Rangers official fan club, it's just like, it's like, you know, you bury those like time capsules, right? And you pick them up. To me, this is a time capsule. I open this up and I'm just like, I don't know,
amazing. Man. That is amazing.
To me,
that's pretty cool.
To me, being a kid is cool. And if I'll tell my kids when they get older, it's like, hey, if you love something, you know, like, don't let it go. Let it sit. Because one day you're going to open that up and be like, damn, that was a pretty cool time in my life.
That's amazing. And, you know, it's cool that you say that, because a lot of times people like myself, you know, I had to grow up fairly quickly right after high school. And I went straight to work after I graduated from high school. I was doing 20 hours a week while I was in school, and the day after graduation, it was 60 hours a week for the next several years, and I started having kids right out of the gate. All of my childhood stuff went by the wayside, and it all got lost in moves. It all got lost in all these different things. So going back and coming back to it in my 40s, I'll keep it there. Going back to it and unlocking those memories are a pretty cool thing, but you always wish you could have held on to things that it's like, man, I wish I'd have held on to that. Man, I wish I'd have held on to that.
Yeah.
So you telling your kids that now, they're going to appreciate it much more when they hit, you know, our age.
For some reason, I don't know what it was, but when I was like 9 years old, like those Power Rangers I have, like I didn't rebuy them. Like those are the ones I opened up. Like when people like, what do you collect? I'm like, I don't. It's like anything in this room is either something I've rebought, but I will not buy anything I didn't have. Like when I was a kid, this room is just my childhood. I don't collect. Like I don't do anything. The only thing that I have collected, like the retros up there from the WWE, just because I thought it was pretty cool. But like other than that, like I have the VHSs, just like the top of the line stuff, and Airborne was one of them. You know, Airborne was one of them. Like your show is exactly like, it's just like, that's where I go, like in my head, like when I want to get away and stuff like that. That's kind of what I do. Like I have the No Holes Barred poster here. You know, I have Back to the Future, the Monster Squad. You know,
wait, you have the Monster Squad?
Brother.
Yes, yeah.
Wait, do you know who was on this show?
Yeah, I told him. Yeah, Andre Gower.
We
had Andre Gower on a few weeks ago. Great guy. Very laid back.
We formed a bromance, and then Ruckus ruined it. We had me and Andre had a great bromance.
You ruined it by calling him Andrew. You called him Andrew 4 times.
We're going to go golfing because he lives right down the road from me. We found out.
But they were going to go golfing until he called Andre Andrew, and he said, "Go f yourself, keeping it. We're not going anywhere."
So I have to ask you a question: is that a clear Pepsi behind you?
92 Crystal Pepsi.
Oh my God!
You not see it? Look at it.
Yeah, I see it.
It's amazing.
Stay Push Marshmallow Man.
Oh, okay.
From the 80s.
Is that a Surge?
Yep, Surge.
Surge Soda?
NHL 94. Very specific stuff selected. Like I said, this is why NHL 94? Because it was the one game that my older brother, Joe, he's 3 years older than me, that he would let me come into his room. Like, you know, little brother, you know, I want to hang out with my older brother. It's the one game that he would let me come to the side of his bed, and he would just fucking nudge me right to the side, right, for advantage, you know? But it's the one game he would let me play with him over and over again. So, and first of all, NHL 94 is probably, let's talk about Sega, like, it's top. Right, like you were talking elite status game, but that's the one that my brother would always let me play. So it's the one that's always just in my head. Like so, like NHL 94, I just needed the game, and that is not from. I didn't rebuy that. That's from my brother's bedroom, and I asked.
Wow.
And I don't know, man. Like I come into this room, it's legitimately underneath the stairs, and like this is where I do my work. This is where I work during the day. You know, like it just, if you surround yourself with this type of stuff, you just get good vibes. Like, I don't understand why anyone would want to pretend to be something they're not. Like, yeah, go put your bougie ass corporate stuff around you in your suck ass office. Not me, brother. I got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man watching my back.
I love it. I love it, man. And it's very specific collection too. It's pretty amazing. So
Different meaning to it.
Yeah,
right?
It means a lot to me. This room means a lot to me.
You can tell that. I think out of all the stuff we've done, and obviously, like, I'm a big collector. Ruckus has Transformers and like that, right? And you look at it, and a lot of people, they start collecting, especially around our age, right? We get to that age where we can afford things, right? And things that we didn't even have as a kid, right? We can afford to go get things and buy things like, oh, I wanted that as a kid. I'm going to get it now. And it's like $500 when it was like $5.99 at Ames or Bradley's when you're a kid. But it's a little different, right? Whereas your stuff, you had that stuff as a kid. That was that. I mean, and I think that gives a significant meaning to the collection. That's a great share all the way through.
Like those Power Rangers down there, like it's $1 million. If you want them, it's $1 million. That's how much it would take to get them away from me. Like that's how much. I'm gonna. Like my son's name is Tommy. Like you bet your ass he's getting the Green Ranger. Like you bet your ass. That exact one, he's getting it. Yeah. Like my wife thinks we named him after like her grandfather.
It was after the Green Ranger.
It was after Tommy Oliver.
We're breaking news here.
Breaking news here.
Breaking the fourth wall. Awesome.
Well, that was a great show and tell, and this brings us to our main event.
Yes, thank you for that.
What do we got coming next?
Yeah, so Wacky Table Reads is our main event segment of our show. Guys that you know have been watching and following what we do. Wacky Table Reads is a segment where our guests give us a list of their favorite comedies. And Keeping It Will and I will choose 2 surprise scenes from those lists for us to do complete cold scene reads. No rehearsing, no practicing, no chatting beforehand. This week we are doing 2 scenes, one from My Cousin Vinny and the other from Wedding Crashers. So let's start off with the first scene, My Cousin Vinny, chosen by Keeping It Will. Keeping It Will, you want to set up this scene for us real quick?
Wait, did this scene get through? The one I sent you?
Yeah.
I didn't think this would get through. Standards and practices are slipping.
A little bit of innuendos in this one, brother.
Little. That's like saying Ruckus can talk a little bit of Spanish. Well, actually, that'd be opposite. He can't talk any. But the point being was that, so basically in the movie, the 2 guys get arrested. They're in jail. And Vinny comes to, talk to him. Well, I guess his nephew is sleeping, played by Ralph Macchio. I got to ask you, before we go any further, Karate Kid, was Daniel the good guy or the bad guy?
Oh, he's the bad guy. Johnny Lawrence is the second greatest character in cinematic history, right behind Mitchell Goosen.
Did we just become best friends? Yep. Thank you. You know what? We don't have to go any further. We all know it. Respect, appreciate you. So anyway, that ass clown, Ralph Macchio, is sleeping on the bed, so he doesn't know that Vinny's there. And they basically get into a little bit of a misunderstanding about what Vinny's there for. Whereas one, you know what? We'll just let it play out. How about that? I'm not going further than that.
So playing the role of Stan will be Keeping It Will.
All right.
I will be narrating, playing the guard in the beginning, and since Will has such a deep-seated hatred for Ralph Macchio, well, not Ralph Macchio, but Daniel LaRusso, I will be playing the role of Bill, and Vinny will be played by Nicky the Good.
Wow, a short Italian playing Joe Pesci.
Who would have thought?
So, guys, once again, we have not rehearsed this whatsoever. Nicky just got the scripts today. And whatever happens is how we do it. So anything you see in yellow highlights is narration that will be read, and anything in green highlights is an action on screen. Without further ado, get off your phone, Will.
I'm not on my phone. I'm doing the script. I'm ready. I got something to say, though.
I'm gonna screenshot every time Will looks down at his phone.
No. So what I got here is a timer, because Ruckus keeps editing me. So I just want to show the world that he's editing me what's happened here. Yeah, edit me now, mother. Come on, I got you, bitch.
All right, here we go. My Cousin Vinny. Vinny pays a visit to the guys in the cell. Keeping It Will, you ready?
I'm ready.
Nicky the Good, you ready?
Ready to go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, scene. Stan and Bill are in jail. Vinny pays off the guard to drop in for a visit. Bill is asleep in the top bunk, so Vinny decides to chat with Stan. Here, we got somebody for you.
You must be Stan. How you doing?
Why'd they bring you in here?
Well, I just got in. I asked where the new guys were. They brought me right here. Hey, sleeping, huh? Cute little guy, huh? Maybe I'll just start with you. We'll let him sleep a little bit.
Vinny walks towards Stan and awkwardly boxes him in.
Look, I don't want to do this.
Hey, I don't blame you. If I was in your situation, I'd want to get through this whole thing as quickly and with as little pain as possible. So let's try our best to make it as simple, a little bit of in and out procedure.
Stan is spooked and slides out of the path of Vinny.
What's the matter? Relax. Relax.
Stan takes a seat.
Maybe we should spend a little couple minutes together, just get acquainted before we, before we get into it. What's wrong with you?
I don't want to do this.
I understand, but what are your alternatives?
My alternatives?
Yeah.
To what? To you? I don't know. Suicide, death.
Look, it's either me or them. You're getting either way. One way or the other.
Stan starts to get up, even though there really is nowhere for him to go because, he's in a jail cell and all.
Hey, lighten up, okay? Don't worry. I'm going to help you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Excuse me? But I think a modem of gratitude wouldn't be out of line here.
You think I should be grateful?
I mean, yeah, it's your ass, not mine. I think you should be grateful. I think you should be down on your fucking knees.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was such an honor to get a visit from you.
Hey, I'm doing a favor here, You get me for nothing, you little fuck.
Boy, one hell of an ego you got on you.
What the fuck is your problem? I did not come down here just to get jerked off,
No. I am not jerking you off. I'm not doing anything.
That's it. You're on your own. I'm just taking care of old sleeping beauty over here. Hey, Billy.
Hey, back off. Vinny. Hey, Vinny.
Vinny?
Vinny Bag of Donuts, how are you?
This is Vinny?
The three sit out in the mess hall area to talk.
I don't know where to start. Have you had any murder cases before?
None. This would be my first.
Your first?
Yeah.
What kind of case have you had? Assault, battery, armed robbery,
No.
Well, I'd expect he's done Grand Theft Auto, drugs, right, Vin?
Nope. None like that either.
What kind of law do you practice?
Well, up until now, personal injury.
Well, you're a trial attorney, right? I mean, personal injury trials?
Well, actually, this will be my first foray into the trial process. I haven't gone to court yet, knock on wood.
You haven't gone to court yet? How long have you been practicing?
Almost 6 weeks.
Bill and Stan take a second to look at each other, unsure about how this is going to work. Stan is clearly freaking out. But, Vin, you graduated from law school 6 years ago. What have you been doing since?
Studying for the bar.
6 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of studying.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't pass my first time out.
That's okay. You probably passed the second time, right?
I'm afraid not.
3 times the charge?
Not for me. It isn't. Nope. Not for me. 6 times. Was it
6 times?
And with that, the two Utes knew they were screwed. And scene!
Excuse me, Your Honor. The two youths.
Your Joe Pesci was on point.
I tried. I mean, you said no rehearsing. I've been rehearsing this for 20 years, brother. Waiting for this exact moment for someone to call me up and be like, we're doing a table read. What show you want to do? Oh, my cousin Vinny, brother.
Fantastic job. Love it. Love it. All right. And that brings us to our final scene in Wedding Crashers. This is one of my favorite films. Love this scene in particular. We have John storming out of Jeremy's place when he finds out that Jeremy is marrying Gloria. And he decides...
Gloria.
Yeah, another Gloria. So he decides to visit Chaz because Chaz is the guy that's going to help him pretty much get his groove back. There we find Chaz / Will Ferrell living at home with his ma. So,
Yep.
narrating, playing Chaz's ma, and the random girl is keeping it Will. I will be playing the role of John. And Chaz will be played by Nicky the Good.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited about this one.
I love this movie. I love this scene. Will
Classic.
Ferrell steals this movie here. So love it. All right. Without further ado, Wedding Crashers, keeping it Will, you ready?
Ready.
Nicky the Good, are you ready?
Ready to roll.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, scene.
John storms out of Jeremy's place after Jeremy tells him that he and Gloria are getting married. A dejected John heads to the house of the wedding crash guru, Chaz. He knocks on the door, and Chaz's mom answers
Dun, 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 dun.
the door. Yeah.
Hi, is Chaz here?
Chaz! Someone's here to see you! Pick up your fucking skateboard! As John walks in and takes in the dated scenery and old cartoons on the floor model TV, we see a shadowy figure descend from the stairs, dressed in a bathrobe and holding nunchucks around his neck. The light reveals it is the one they call Chaz.
Chaz?
What the do you?
I'm John Beckwith. I'm friends with Jeremy Gray.
Damn it. Why did you say so? Come here, brother. Give me a hug. Bring it for the real thing. Have a seat. Yeah. Damn, I almost nunchucked you. You didn't realize.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Is this your place?
No. I live with my ma.
Oh.
Yeah. You hungry? Hey, ma. Go get some meatloaf.
Chaz, I think I'm okay. I had a bite right before I came over. Thank you.
You sure? How's my protege?
Jeremy.
J-Bone.
J-Bone is, believe it or not, he's getting married.
What? What an idiot. What a loser. Good. More for me and you.
More for...
A woman emerges from the back room and turns to Chaz. I gotta go.
Hey, babe. Yeah. You do whatever you want to do.
Ka and the girl briefly make out while John looks on with envy.
Okay. Be strong. I'm just living the dream.
Oh, man. I feel like, wow. Like, it's like I come over and it's like I don't know what to expect. I got to be honest. I come in and it's like... a little like I'm trying to get my bearings, and there's cartoons and your mom, and it's like you still got it. Like, look at her, like just living the dream. I love that. You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf.
You want some? I knew you'd go, hey, ma, the meatloaf. We want it now. The meatloaf. What is she doing? I don't know what she's doing.
Just living the dreams. Where'd you get that girl? She's hot.
Got it yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, rode my back down to the cemetery nearby. Her boyfriend died.
You met her at a funeral?
Yeah, dude died in a hang gliding accident. What an idiot. Oh, I'm hang gliding. Honey, take a good picture. I'm dead. What a freak.
You met her at a funeral?
Yeah, I'll throw in a wedding every now and then, but funerals are insane. The chicks are so horny, it's not even fair. It's like fishing with dynamite.
Horny?
Yeah, crazy horny at a funeral. Grief is nature's most powerful aphrodisiac. Look it up.
I didn't know that.
That's what I've learned. Ma, the meatloaf. Saturday, I got one Saturday. You come with.
Chaz, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not judging you because I think you're an innovator, but there's no way I'm ready for that.
John ends up at a funeral with Chaz. He's taking in the somber scene with a woman crying on his shoulder and looks over to see Chaz holding a woman while crying and thrusting about. Give him the wink and the nod.
So senseless. Damn you, Roger. Roger. Oh, damn you, Roger. Damn you.
And see.
Damn.
Oh my God.
I love the misspellings. They're so great. They're my favorite.
I'd like to apologize for not yelling louder with the meatloaf. If I did, there'd be a knock.
There wouldn't be just there wouldn't be just stomping upstairs.
There'd be a
run in. There'd be a run in.
Knock on the door like Three's Company, brother. Oh, come on, knock on my door.
It's all good.
I'm
Nicky the Good. God. So some of the misspellings are from the in the dialogue. The misspellings are from the actual subtitle transcription, and then the misspellings in the narration are because my dyslexia.
And the best stuff is ad-libbing anyway.
Yeah. And I love it because when I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to say exactly that.
Yes,
it's a great
that
thing
makes
for
it
me to have.
that makes it even better. So, Nicky the Good. Tell everybody where you're at these days, where they can find you, anything you want them to know, anything at all. The floor is yours.
Yeah, man, you can follow me on Twitter at Nicky the Good, on TikTok. I just revved up my TikTok again. The last place I was at took all my great ideas and used them. So I'm now using my own great ideas for myself, and I'm blowing up, dude. So yeah, hit me up on TikTok at Nicky the Good, on Twitter at Nicky the Good. Also follow the Meat Pop Express, me and Big Trouble Ambitious, 15% of a metric ton, every Friday on YouTube. We're pretty much everywhere with the best dynamic duo in the game right now, bringing you pro wrestling in just a little bit of a different way, dressed like assholes, but still giving you that good energy on a Friday. So please follow us everywhere there. And guys, thank you so much for having me. If you ever want to take a little trip down nostalgia road, I'm your guy, brother.
Wow. Love it, man. Love it. Nicky the Good, thank you so much for being a part of the show today. The other half of the Meat Pop Express. What a ride and trip down memory lane we had today. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicky the Good.